Hi everybody, I'm Devin. I garden here in Zone 7A, Maryland. Welcome back to my garden. Today is a gorgeous day. It is 66 degrees right now. It's about 8:30 in the morning and it's not supposed to get over, I think, like 81, which will be amazing. I am so thankful. I know that so many of you are still dealing with so much heat and I'm so sorry. I know that it's so rough. I am very grateful that we have about a week break from the heat. I plan to get some things in the ground, which today I have some sunflowers that I had potted up a few videos ago, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago now, and they have gotten pretty tall. So they are ready to be planted out into my landscape. I have been dealing with the rabbits, so that's why I started them in the pots this time, hoping that maybe a more mature plant would be less at risk for rabbit damage. So we'll see. I'll still protect them with spraying and whatever else I need to do to hopefully keep them safe from the rabbits. And I also have some foxglove that I had planted up in, well, I had seeded in pots probably a couple months ago at this time. I way overseeded the pots and they are just kind of screaming to get out of their pots. So I'm gonna try to separate them. They're really crowded. I'll probably use my hori knife to try to, cut them into little chunks and just kind of dot them around my garden. And then I think I have one delphinium that I'm gonna try to put in the ground. So that's my goals in my garden today. I think later on my husband and I are going to try to get to a garden called Ladew Gardens. It's local here to me in Maryland. I've actually never been before, so I'm super excited. It's going to be a perfect night for that. So I might take a few photos, a couple little videos, probably nothing major. I'm just gonna try to enjoy the moment. Our kids are away at camp, so this is kind of a little date night for us. So come along with me and see how my planting goes. Enjoy this beautiful morning with me. So let's get going. I'm thinking that I will probably dot some of the foxglove in to this border, maybe group them in like groups of 3. I do have some, like this elephant ear is an annual, and I'd like to put some back in there. I don't know, maybe I'll just try to dot them like around that. And maybe just in some of these little bare spots, these bare patches back in here. Just to kind of see how they do in this border. I may want to move them around after I see how they grow and how they do. And I also was thinking of grouping some back in this kind of bare empty space. I would really like something taller back in here to fill out this whole area and kind of conceal the fence a little bit. So I don't know. Just see how they do, and if I don't like them, then I will move them around next year. I'm coming over to this side. This is the side where I'm gonna add the sunflowers to. I have this one growing, which is fizzling out, but I'm loving all of these little side shoots. I think they're so cute. This is the Pro Cut Gold Light sunflower. This is what I will be planting more of. The top one is done. But I have tried to plant many seeds, and as soon as the seedlings come up, they get munched off by the rabbits, or the chipmunks or squirrels take the seeds. So we'll see how it goes. And just a quick little update, I'll give a more in-depth update later, but my little rabbit device back there I don't think is working. I did put in some more hyacinth bean seeds down there just to see if it would protect them from the rabbits, and they've eaten all of the seedlings, and they are even they must be monster rabbits. Look at how they're even just chewing off my string. Do you see that? That is crazy to me. And they have completely eaten my jalapeno plant. Oh my gosh, they are so frustrating. But I don't know. I'm just hoping next year will be better. So I think this is where I'm gonna start. I'm gonna get the plants from my deck and start putting them in the ground right here. Okay, I gathered my sunflowers. You can see how tall they are. They are probably 12 to 18 inches, and there's about 3 to 4 plants in each pot. So I'm just gonna go and empty this out, and I'm gonna section them off with my hori knife, just making nice clean cuts, and then put them in the ground. All right, that's the first pot. I think that works pretty good. The root system is really nice. I think there's enough of it intact for each plant to be able to take off. This one. So I'm gonna go through and just do that with the rest of these pots. This one was planted really close together, the seedlings, so I don't think I can safely separate that one. So I'm just gonna put it in the ground as is. Maybe eventually I will pluck the smaller one out if it's not growing real well, but I'm just gonna leave these two kind of together. I ended up with 10 plants from those pots, so I'm going to just divide them and put 5 on that side and 5 on that side. This is gonna be real fun getting back in here. I have to step over all of these plants. I got all of the sunflowers in the ground. I watered them. I did give them some biotone fertilizer when I planted them as well, just to give them a good head start in developing their roots. I put 5 back there and then the other 5 over here. This side is definitely more filled out than the other side with plants. More of the feel that I was going for on the other side as well. So I'm not trusting these rabbits, and I have some chicken wire in the garage. So I'm actually gonna see if I can make some little cages for these guys, and then I will have them for many years to come. So I think that it's going to be worth the time and effort. So I'm gonna see what I can do quick. I researched really quickly how to make a wire cage out of chicken wire, and I found this tutorial online by, I believe it was the Colorful Gardener. He gave a quick, simple, easy tutorial for how to make a 1 by 2 foot little cage, meaning 1 foot tall and 2 feet wide. I think I might try mine 2 feet tall to start and see how that looks. I'm concerned that 1 foot is not going to be tall enough for my rabbit issue, but I'm just going to see how that looks first, and then maybe I might go back down to the 1 foot. But this is all the supplies that I need: my wire snips and the chicken wire, and I have these rocks to hold it down because it likes to curl up on me, and that's what he suggested as well. And then you can see that I have it measured at 2 feet. So I'm gonna take my wire snips and just cut up the side here and then put it together. I'll show you how I do that. Okay, that was pretty easy. I have this 2 foot tall wire cage now. He said to just take the ends and kind of like weave them in between each other and then bend the wire over top of each other to just kind of get it to stay put, to stay together. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that quick. All right, here it is. That worked pretty good. I could probably use some gloves because the wire really hurts my hands, but I just kind of bent the wire over top of each other, just tucked it in like into these little spaces around some of the other wire to get it to stay. So I'm gonna try it out on the plants, and if anything, these are really pokey, so that should scare off some of the rabbits. All right, I'm gonna try it over this one. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna cut that down. I may actually cut it down because it is pretty tall. I'm worried that it won't grow correctly. So I think I'll cut it down to the 1 foot height. And he did say that you could put like some bamboo stakes in there, or really any kind of stake just to help to hold it down. I'm not sure what I have. I'll have to go see. But I think this is gonna work out nicely. Okay, I think that looks much better, and I'll continue and make some for all the rest of them. All of the cages are on the sunflowers. I got all 10 made. So hopefully they will help to deter the rabbits a little bit. I probably am also going to continue to spray the tops of them, and I actually have been using some garlic powder. You can see right down here. I keep these guys all throughout my garden so I can just sprinkle them on the plants. But I'll probably just still sprinkle that on the tops to keep them from nibbling off those top leaves. So, and I also put them the pointy side up. I'll show you real quick. The smooth side is down, and then I put the kind of jaggedy edge up, hoping that if they come in contact with that, that will help to deter them as well. So I'm glad that I took the time to make those. I think that they will definitely come in handy for a lot of other things, and I will have them for years to come now. So now I am finally going to get on to my foxgloves. All right, these are my foxglove, and I have maybe 1 or 2 delphinium in there. I can't remember if I said this or not, but I accidentally mixed the seeds, and I ended up planting, this is another container of foxglove. I planted 2 containers of foxglove basically, and just like a few delphiniums. So I might stick the delphinium somewhere in here or over in the obelisk bed. And these foxglove are just the mixed colors, and they get about 6 foot tall. I probably would have preferred the shorter variety and a variety that was all of a single color. I don't like to have mixed colors in everything. I like them in some things, like my zinnias, and I have a big kind of river of impatiens down there that are mixed colors. But I think if you have too many mixed colors, it can get a little bit busy looking. So I like to have kind of big chunks of the same color. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna like these, and I don't know if I'm gonna like them being so tall. Some varieties come a little bit shorter, like more in the 3-foot range. So it's just kind of an experiment for me, and if I end up not liking them, I can always take them out and put a different variety in, move them around. But I'm gonna try to separate these. I way overseeded the containers, so they're not looking too great, and they're super crowded. So I'm gonna try to separate them out a little bit and get some planted up in the landscape. So again, I'm gonna use my hori knife, and I'm just gonna dump this out on its side and, I don't know, see how I can separate these guys. Here is one chunk. There's, I think, a couple in there, but I can't separate them individually. But this knife is just fantastic for just basically slicing apart the soil. It just kind of looks like a piece of pie or something. Okay, I got 9 foxglove. Some are kind of clumped together, but that's okay. I don't know how they're all gonna do. They're not all super great. Some are definitely better than others, but it'll be interesting to see how they perform next year. These are biennials, so they bloom on the second year, and then the mother plant dies, and hopefully little babies will grow around that mother plant, or you can go in and self-seed to ensure that you have more foxglove the following year. And then over here I ended up with 5 delphinium, which also are looking a little rough, but we'll see. Maybe they'll take off for me. And again, these delphinium are mixed colors, which again, I kind of wish I would have gotten like an all blue variety, but we'll just see how they look and how they go next year. I'm gonna put them back here behind my Japanese maple. I think that they might be nice along this fence, where I kind of want something a little bit taller to kind of shield this until, you know, this Japanese maple gets a little bit bigger. And this does stay really narrow. It's the Twombly's Red Sentinel Japanese maple, so it only gets about 5 feet wide. But I'm just gonna try the foxglove back here, kind of tucked in surrounding the Japanese maple, and see how it goes, see how it looks next year. Like I said, I can always move it if I don't end up liking it. I got them all watered in. They're looking pretty sad right now. I'm hoping that they will bounce back a little bit. I just dispersed them around the Japanese maple, just in kind of a erratic pattern, nothing too formal. So hopefully next year they'll come up nicely for me. And I think that I'm gonna go ahead and move these two hydrangeas quick. These two I thought I had lost this past winter, so I bought these three in the front, and probably sometime in June they started to pop out of the ground. So I think I'm just gonna stick them behind like these three, kind of in these empty spaces back in here. Just shift them over a little bit to the right, so then there will be 5 in this space. Hydrangeas are moved and in, looking a little floppy. I just gave them some water. I think that they'll be nice right back there. I think that it'll help that hydrangea hedge to feel a little bit more full. And then I still have room to play with something for right in here, right in front of the foxglove, something maybe in between the height of the foxgloves and the wee white hydrangeas. And the red Japanese maple kind of as the centerpiece right here. It's gonna look really nice. The last thing that I want to get done today is to plant the delphinium, and I'm thinking of putting them over on the other side of my yard by the sweet talker viburnums. I think that they might look kind of nice in this one patch I'll show you right here. I'm thinking of putting them right here in this little bare spot where this shepherd's hook is, and just kind of clumping them together right here. They might look nice there. So I'm gonna give that a try. This doesn't look like much right now, but hopefully next year these will turn into nice big and beautiful plants and just kind of fill out the end of this bed nicely. I'm loving the blue ageratum in this bed. I just think it's so pretty. So yeah, fingers crossed these look great next year. And that is all that I am doing today. It has been a long day. I have done a lot. If you have stuck with me this long, thank you so much. I'm going to do a little bit more watering and get ready to go visit Ladew tonight. I appreciate every one of you. I hope that you guys have a great day and get to get out in your gardens today. I will see you next time. Bye. This is cool.
I like the retaining wall.
Yeah.
Made out of stone.
Hi.
Okay, I found my spot.
Wow. This is cute.